from the Pine. It's time to rage. That's right. You're listening to Chirpin' from the Pine. Only on 66.6 SATN Satan Radio. I don't know why I just did that, but
I don't know why you do a lot of things.
that's true. That's a very good point. I don't know, I just kind of feel like I always wanted to do that. I always wanted to fucking do one of those cheesy radio, fucking sports radio intros. I don't know.
Good shit.
Anyways, fuck it. We'll see how it goes. My name's Josh. I'm here today with Adam.
Howdy.
And if you enjoy hearing us on 66.6 Satan Radio, you can go to GameRageMagazine.com and listen to all of our other podcasts and anywhere podcasts are sold. Oh, I got to turn it back up. Oh, there we go. All right. There you go. Now we're good. You can listen anywhere podcasts are sold. And we have a multitude of podcasts about music, All Gas, No Trash, Anime Syndicate, the Butt Fuck Nowhere. If you like just hearing random butt fuckery and nonsense, we also have Into the Waste. Is about Wasteland Weekend. It's pretty good. Movies and TV. Oh man, it's super awesome. Our newest podcast that just dropped, No Party Preference. It's all about controversy and politics and all kinds of shit that just rile people up.
You gotta give us a shot.
Yeah, you do got to give us a shot. All right, Panel to Panel, the Game Rage comic podcast, the Game Rage wrestling, Team Killing Glitchtards, and Without Censor, the Game Rage interview podcast.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think we got to cut out the bucket list fucking... Did you just go through the entire list?
I did, yeah. Well, no, actually, I skipped a couple because I forgot how to read. So.
All right. That's fair.
All right, so anyways, at Game Rage Magazine, if you want to see music stuff worldwide that you've probably never heard of, All Gas, No Trash official for Adam. All right, now that that's out of the way, Adam, you went to did a little secondary adventuring this week in addition to going to the Shohei Ohtani bobblehead night.
I did. So the high school that both Josh and I attended in years past, the baseball program has been turned around by Coach Andy Weiss. This is, I believe this is what? 2 instances where Corona has played in CIF finals, but did not come out with the dubs on either case. So this was the third opportunity to do so. And the team that they were playing is Harvard-Westlake from Los Angeles. And I got to say, I already, after doing some homework, because I'm not really that familiar with high school baseball in grand scheme to Southern California and maybe just nationally. But I came to find out that Harvard-Westlake is a school that you have to apply for. To pay $150 for the application to get into the school. And I saw there was like a FAFSA guideline, so I imagine you have to pay to attend. And that immediately applies to me that you need a heap of fucking money. And judging by the fact, let's just go over some of the alumni for Harvard-Westlake.
Oh yeah, let's hear about that.
Because I'm sure you'll love to hear what kind of students attended Harvard-Westlake. Because this, let's see.
Jesus fuck, man.
What?
You know how much money they made in 2023 or the fiscal year ending in June 2023? They spent $103 million.
Good fucking Lord. That
pales. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't give a fuck. $103 million that they spent on programs and all that is infinitely higher than any public school in the state. Probably.
The numbers don't lie.
Indeed. Probably that number's probably higher than shit, all the schools in our district combined. I feel like that's probably accurate. Jesus, man.
Should we go over some of the?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, so you got Lily Collins, who is the daughter of Phil Collins, the artist.
God damn.
You have Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jesus.
Emily Deschanel, Zoe Deschanel's sister. You might know her for being featured on Bones, television show back in the day. Bridget Fonda, Jason Segel, Jake Gyllenhaal, Maggie Gyllenhaal. You know, there's plenty of names that I can go over, but
yeah,
as you can see, this is a who's who of celebrities across acting and, you know, various other roles, I guess, or professions and stuff. So it's very Hollywood is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds super Hollywood.
And as soon as I found that out, I couldn't fathom the idea of Corona losing to this fucking team. Because Corona itself is a public school. So they probably don't have nearly as much money as Harvard-Westlake, let alone, as you were saying, the school district itself, let alone probably 10 different cities or even the whole county, or rather Inland Empire at large, probably doesn't amount to the money that Harvard-Westlake puts together.
So just looking at the Corona Norco, the 23 the budget, right? Their budget for the whole school district, okay, mind you. Now, this is the whole entire school district was $800 million, thereabouts, somewhere around there, okay? But Harvard-Westlake, one school, a singular school, their entire assets, their entire expenditures for 2023 were $103 million. We're one tenth for just one school. And their revenues, they brought in $155 million in 2023. Their total assets that they own as of 2023, nearly $500 million in assets. One school, just one school, man. That's crazy. That is insane.
So as you could see, the school itself probably provides anything and everything you would want for your kid to have a good education.
Yeah.
All that shit. And I'm sure you get the best of whatever money can buy for everything. Training, equipment, possible lodging. I don't know if they have private quarters for the students, but I wouldn't be fucking surprised at this point.
Yeah.
But that's what you're up against. Corona, a public school. It is a David versus Goliath story. And
think about this, all right? Since they're technically a private school, right? Theoretically, because you got to pay to go there. They probably offer scholarships to people.
Yeah.
So they go out and pick from probably the greater LA area kids that are good, and they say, hey, we'll give you a full ride, paid scholarship to this school if you come play baseball for us. So not only are they getting the kids that are the rich kids with the best fucking equipment and the best everything that money can buy, basically, but they're also getting the talent and essentially likely stealing it from other places, other schools in their area.
Much like modern day does here.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. That is insane. So anyways, you went to the game.
Yeah.
So what happened at the game?
CIF Southern Section Finals.
Yeah, Division 1, right?
Division 1, which I believe is the top of the pecking order.
Yeah.
It was at the Lake Elsinore Stadium, or rather, I believe it's called the Diamond, and it's where the San Diego Padres affiliate, the Lake Elsinore Storm, play there.
Oh, I thought you said they had changed their name or something. Was that?
I thought they were called the Lookouts at one point.
I don't know, mate. But so does it say Storm on everything over there?
Yeah, I believe it says
All
Storm.
right,
Yeah.
so then they're still the Storm.
Yeah,
All
they're
right.
still a Storm.
All right.
So I went out there with my cousins, my nephews, and my sister and her husband, because my nephew's actually going to be going, I believe, to Corona in his freshman year, and he kind of wanted to go see the game. I already wanted to see it by myself. Me and him and his brother. We went to go see Corona play at one of the previous rounds, and we're like, oh, we gotta go to see this finals.
Yeah.
Like it's going down. So we arrived there, and naturally there's a heap of people. And I gotta say, one of the worst things about the 15 freeway is, or rather just even heading going towards San Diego in general, is that I don't think the urban planning, or rather the planning for the freeways, is all that measured out, because there's like one street for everything and it bottlenecks everywhere.
Yeah.
And that it's almost the case for, it's nearly the case for the stadium itself, where there's, I think there's a couple exits, but it's still fucking bottlenecks, and it's very difficult. There's no, but according to the law of congestion, the more lanes that you create, it also creates more problems.
It'll just be the same. You'll just have more options to choose what lanes you want to go in.
What's your poison?
Yeah. But I was gonna say, I think that's pretty much from everywhere, from essentially here in Corona to San Diego, every city in between going down the 15, I feel like is like that. It's got one exit, maybe two exits for the entire city. I think Lake Elsinore might have three, but one of them could be Wildomar. I don't know. But it's just one fucking lane to get off the freeway.
Yeah.
It's not like out here where you've got multiple lanes. And maybe people didn't think that anyone was going to be going out there to those places, but man, when they do, it sure is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
So we're getting out of the car and we're making our way towards the gates, and we end up seeing a gentleman with a backpack that struck my eyes. And why that is because this person had a backpack with different badges and such. And one of the things that I happened to see was this badge that says Houston Astros on it. So this guy's name is Jamie Lehman, or Lemon.
Lehman, maybe?
Lehman, possibly. And as best a guess as I can make, this dude's a scout. He's here to check out potentially one of the players at Corona or Harvard-Westlake to possibly draft in the MLB. So I was very much interested to see what this dude was doing, but we ended up separating paths, and I didn't get to harass him or stalk him or anything.
Do you think that he was there for specific players, or do you think it's okay? I looked him up on LinkedIn, and he's like the West Coast. I don't know if you want to call it. What did it say? It was
supervisor.
It's some kind of checker. It said some kind.
Cross checker.
Cross checker. So I don't know if that's. I mean, I'm assuming that's just what they call scouts now. Maybe I don't know. But do you think he was there because, hey, this is the Division I Southern California CIF Championship, I got to be here no matter what? Or do you think he was there with, okay, there's some players in mind, maybe some seniors that he wants to put on the radar and then maybe potentially follow up through college?
I wonder about that myself, but if there was anybody that has a priority over everyone else, it's Ethan Schiefelbein.
Man, I hope we're saying that right.
I do. You know what? Have you ever seen the movie Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
How the coach says Rowan Gardner wrong like 1,000 times. He calls him Rosenbagger.
Right, yeah. Well, listen, I know what that's like because my last name's Bourgeois and nobody can fucking say it right. So, whatever. Yeah,
so I actually said his name wrong up until this point, and I probably even said it wrong right now.
Yeah. Wait, what's his name? It's Ethan. Is his first name?
Ethan.
Well, Ethan, if you're listening, I'm sorry for fucking up your last name. All right. I know how it feels. So, it's okay. All right. We're square.
All right. But I do believe it is Ethan Schiefelbein.
Uh-huh.
And I always call him Ethan Scheffling. I didn't notice the B. So
man, just leaving letters out and shit.
Yeah. Might have dyslexia.
That's all right.
So Rosenbagger. So if I had to say if there was somebody that this guy was possibly looking at, I'd probably say it's Ethan Schiefelbein because of the fact that the dude has put up crazy numbers. I think he had like a .25 ERA throughout the whole season.
That's crazy.
and I think he was undefeated throughout the entire season as well. So he just had a crazy regular season. So if anything, my guess is that this guy was scouting Ethan Scheffelbein. And this guy has played on the under 18 national team.
Okay.
So there's another accolade that he's had.
Yeah, he's a left-handed throwing pitcher, right?
Left-handed.
Correct? Not right, but he's left-handed, correct?
I'm going to have to double check the videos.
I know you sent me some videos, but
yeah.
Was he the lefty, I'm assuming?
Yes, he's a lefty, yeah.
Man, I'll tell you what. It's already fucking difficult to hit left-handed pitching. I think we talked about this in a previous episode. But if you are, you already have an advantage if you're a left-handed pitcher. Off the gate, you already are at the advantage. If you have any talent whatsoever, you're just going to fucking lawnmower people and you're just going to destroy them. And that's why left-handed throwing pitchers are probably some of the most valuable assets you can have on a team, I feel like.
Man, my nephew, I don't know why, but my brother-in-law made him start pitching with his right hand. I'm like, you fucked up.
He did fuck up. He should have forced him to be left-handed.
I think he didn't want him to have trouble because, the life of a left-handed person ends up being kind of one of an inconvenience because you're, right-handed or left-handed borders.
Yeah.
With everything. And
well, one of the old coaches at Corona High, one of the elderly individuals, I think it's actually the guy that the stadium's named after. He used to say all the time, man, you left-handers sure are fucking weirdos. And so I was a left-handed hitter, and so I'm kind of like ambidextrous because I hit left-handed, but I throw right-handed. Well, I'd put my belt in, like I guess the way a left-hander would do it, and he would always fucking jam me up and be like, "Hey, bourgeois, you put that belt on left-handed again?" And I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's just the way I put belts on, man. What do you mean? And oh no, take it off. You're not left-handed. You take it off. Go ahead and put it back on again. And I had to flip the belt over and redo it, which was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, left-handers are weirdos though. So I can attest to that, being kind of left-handed a little bit. I'm a fucking weirdo as shit, and I'm not even fully left-handed. So
yeah, so I don't know. I think my brother-in-law fucked up with that one because you are right. I think left-handed pitching is coveted because of curveballs. I mean, it's already difficult enough to see a curveball with a right-handed pitcher and to see the inverted curve. It's gonna fuck you up.
It's like looking at everything in a mirror.
Yeah.
And then everything you think you normally do, all your muscle memory for everything you train for is all coming generally from right-handed pitching. And all that muscle memory, everything just gets thrown out the fucking window because it's literally coming at you from another angle. The rotation on the ball is different. It's fucked up, man. It's terrible. And honestly, I will say this, catching left-handed pitchers is terrible as well.
Yeah.
It's something you really got to get used to. And it's a very difficult task, I'll say.
So back to the scout. I remember texted you.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, there's a scout here. Probably one of many that was there.
Yeah.
Just the one that I happened to see. And so we sit down behind the catcher, and we're probably like 10 rows up. And then I tell my family, I'm like, I'm going to go peace out somewhere else because I don't like this angle.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, you going to come back? I'm like, nah, I don't.
Nah, probably not.
Nah, I don't think that's going to happen. So I ended up walking over towards the third baseline, and I was maybe 7 or 8 rows up between third and home. And I don't know why, man, but I just felt like I had to be there. I don't know why. He just called to me, man. That's all I could say. It beckoned.
The baseball gods beckoned you to the direction you needed to be.
I needed it, man, because as the game eventually unfolded, I wanted to see the game from the pitcher on what you would call the rule of thirds. So the pitcher would be in the first third, starting from the left to the right.
Yeah,
and then the batter is going to be on the last third. So it just looks nice as opposed to seeing from behind the catcher and watching a home run get hit behind the batter's box and shit, or behind the batter's box. Like I don't like that angle. So I just wanted to see the game from that way. And I ended up sitting along the third base line. So I didn't really know what to expect in terms of this game. I had gone to go see Corona play previously, but one of the things that I didn't like about Harvard-Westlake, and we will be shitting on them throughout this podcast because I wasn't particularly fond of the fact that these sons of bitches were chirping from the fucking dugout, chirping from the pine, as one would put it.
Wait, that's the name of the podcast, though.
Oh, my God.
That's what we're fucking espousing here.
Yeah. I did not like that. And I thought Corona should have retaliated with equal amounts of, being rowdy and all that stuff. Yeah. But they actually kind of held it down. They were mostly reserved and poised. One would say classy. That is one biased opinion from myself. But what do you think about that? When Corona's pitcher is taking the mound and you could just hear these fucking hounds from the dugout, and it wasn't because you can't technically say things directly to the pitcher because you're kind of like antagonizing him, and I know it's kind of like unsportsmanlike to do that shit, but you could tell they were getting really loud to distract Ethan Schiefelbein, and I thought it was in poor taste, to be honest, but I think it should have been met with equal and opposite resistance.
Yeah, true. I'll say this. I am a fan of the shit talking, okay? I'm a fan of talking shit from the dugout. I'm a fan of talking shit when you're in the batter's box. Hell, I was the catcher. I used to talk shit to the batter all the time.
Yeah.
That's part of the game, right? And, it's kind of like that Sandlot thing when he's talking shit to the guy. I used to do that shit all the time. And it's fun. It's part of it. And I remember even when we played travel ball, like if you were not loud in the dugout when we were up, or if you were sitting and you were literally riding the bench and we were on defense, and if you weren't fucking yelling and screaming and getting crazy, we would get it's not PT, but it is PT. Like we'd get PT to death. They would fucking physically train us to death the next practice we had. And it would, sometimes even after the game, if we weren't loud enough, we'd go run the cycle, which was the thing where you run from home to first and you run around and then you run back home to second, run around. But it's fucking horrible. We used to have to do that all the time if you weren't loud enough. So I'm not in favor of just sitting there like a fucking asshole and just being quiet. It's not my thing. Plus, I'm also loud and obnoxious just in general. So it really does fit my personality to just be yelling and screaming like a piece of shit the whole time and talking shit to the pitcher. I would be extra distracting. Hey man, your zipper's down. Like, I don't know. Oh, hey man, you missed a button on your shirt, stupid shit like that. Right. Cause I don't know. I just think it's funny. And it's part of distracting the game. It's throwing them off their whole angle of everything. I do wish we would see more of that nowadays. I think that's something baseball is missing. I think baseball is missing an attitude. I think there is a certain aspect of it that's very respectful, and it's like the old school, kind of, let's all be respectful and sportsmanlike and all this stuff. But nah, fuck all that. I'm down for getting crazy and yelling, and
they drew first blood. So
then it's fair game.
Yeah, it felt like fair game after that point. But Corona was not reciprocating on the rowdiness that Harvard-Westlake was dishing out. So I just didn't fucking like that. But anyways, national anthem comes on and everybody takes off their hats. We all stand diligently and listening for the national anthem. And then we sit down and the game gets underway. And I got to say, the poise of Ethan Schiefelbein in the first inning, he got into a jam. First hitter, or rather the first person to get on base, he got to Ethan early in the count. I think that was maybe possibly their strategy was to hit on his pitches early. Yeah. And he ended up getting on first base. Second batter comes on, hits a little dribbler to third base. And one of the Ebel brothers, I can't tell which one it was because, they look very much alike, but throws or didn't make the play to get the out, and it was an error that was charged to him. So already in the first inning, it was problematic as first and second were already occupied, but he eventually gets out of the jam and walks away with 0 runs for the first inning. And I have to say, to come out of that situation, especially for CIF playoffs,
oh yeah,
especially for the finals, to me that demonstrated a lot of poise. And then Corona came up, and well, the game didn't really start cooking until the later innings, when a few of their players, one of them got. Let me look up the sequence.
We're already looking that up just so we could shit on Harvard-Westlake more.
Yeah.
It costs $49,700 a year to go there.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the tuition. You can. They're cool, and they let you break it up into 10 monthly payments. Well, that's like $5,000 a month.
Yeah,
that's $5,000 a month to go to high school. And that's on top of the $2,500 fee you got to pay when you sign up, when you first join up. If you want to get bussed in, it's another $3,600 for the fucking year. And then basically it says it has this thing, other estimated costs, which apparently you got to pay for your own books, meals, activities, whatever, $2,500 to $3,500 on top of that.
So you got to make eight figures.
You're looking at, for the whole school year, I mean, yeah, you're looking at 49, 50, 60 grand, somewhere around there probably for the whole school year.
But for the money you have to make to do that shit,
you got to make. I mean, okay, expendable income, right? To pay for school, it's 60 grand a year.
Yeah,
that's a lot of fucking money.
And
most people don't make that in a year.
It's 7 through 12 too.
Yeah, I saw that too. They have a 7 through 12. So if you get in early, damn, that's a lot of money.
Fuck yeah, it is. Did you have anything else to add about that?
Just that's fucking terrible. I think that's terrible.
Yeah, so for the most part, this game ended up being a pitching duel, as both Ethan Scheffelbein and Duncan Marston from Harvard-Westlake were getting through the lineups pretty quickly. And it wasn't until the fourth inning when Josh Springer was hit on the forearm that caused him to go on base, and then Billy Carlson ended up hitting a single, and that set up for Sam Burgess to fucking do something that was off the charts, man. It was fucking awesome. So we're gonna do a blind reaction.
Oh, all right.
Or rather a live reaction to this entire sequence, the first 3 batters going up and eventually getting on base, to Sam Burgess having a spectacular at bat. So
yeah. All right.
let's go ahead and check this out. We're gonna do it live. So do you actually want to provide commentary on what you see, maybe, since you are the baseball?
Yeah, sure. Here, just put it up so I can see it.
All right, let's go ahead and pause the stream real quick, so I don't want to waste any time. I don't want to waste any time trying to set this up, and you won't even notice the difference. So just give us this quick second.
All right, we're back. Okay, so
so we're going to be checking out. I actually recorded the whole sequence in which this led to Sam Burgess's at bat, and we're going to start off with Josh Springer's.
So just to set it up, where in the inning is this at? Is this
the fourth inning?
So it's the top of the fourth?
The bottom of the fourth.
Oh, so they were the home team?
Yeah.
Okay, bottom 4. Is there any outs? What's the situation like? It's nothing. This is the first batter of the inning?
Yeah, I believe it was the first at bat. So Josh Springer, who is the catcher of Corona, did an immaculate job, kept the ball in front of the plate, just held it down for Corona, and didn't let anything crazy happen. So this is his at bat. And so Duncan Marston nails him.
Is that the first pitch?
First pitch, yeah.
Damn. What an unfortunate circumstance for the pitcher.
And he actually nailed quite a few batters throughout the game.
Oh, so this wasn't
the first one, I think.
Oh, there they go out there to talk to him. There goes the ump going out to talk to him, it looks like. Oh, no, wait, is that the catcher? I can't tell. It's fucking not zoomed in. Oh, yeah, so they called a pitching conference, essentially.
Yeah, probably just to calm his
nerves.
Man,
they're probably telling him right now, hey, man, listen, your parents are paying a lot of money for you to be here, all right?
You better
do well, or else, you know what? You're going to have to catch an Uber home, all right? You don't want to do that.
Yeah, so let me ask you this. In a situation like this, do you think Corona would be the underdog just on principle for the fact that And I think Corona actually had the better record between the two teams.
Is that why they were the home team?
No, they do a coin flip for that.
All right.
But granted, this is a team that has everything, dude. So
yeah, they have all the opportunity, and that's the thing. You can have all the opportunity in the world, but at the end of the day, and then you can have all the money you want, but it's just how you use it. How do you apply it? That's what matters. And obviously, they clearly didn't show up to play that day because they scored no runs.
Yeah. So let's get back to it. Fucking hey, god damn it. There we go.
That's why you should get an iPhone. Anyways, all right.
So Billy Carlson is the next person at bat, and we got a mound visit, so they're trying to probably check in on this kid, make sure he's going to calm his nerves because he already was.
What a dick move. You see what they did there?
What?
They knew that the ump was walking up there to tell them, "Hey guys, let's fucking hurry it up." They waited until he got there and then ran away. So just to stall for more time. Like, what a dick move.
And the best part is the umpire ended up taking a ball in the throat.
Oh, damn.
And the Harvard-Westlake coach was basically nut hugging the umpire. Like, he's like, "Oh, you okay, buddy? Are you all right?"
Oh, man.
You could tell he was trying to do it to,
to suck up, kiss ass, get some better calls. I hate that. I fucking hate that, man.
Billy Carlson is at bat.
Runner on first, no outs.
Takes first pitch.
Looked like it was a little low and outside, perhaps.
Steps outside the box.
How many people would you say were there?
I think it was 4,000, I think.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good number.
A lot of people on the Corona side, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Haven't won a title in, 20-something years?
24 years. Takes
another ball. Man, fuck. Being a dude, and now you've just thrown 2 balls. So you basically thrown 3 balls in a row.
Yeah. Behind for the pitcher. Already in the count. Behind.
Did this kid start?
Yeah, he did.
All right. So he's probably what? How many pitches he was throwing in? 20 to 30?
I have no idea.
All right. Let's just pop fly.
Pop fly, and Josh Ringer tried to go for the steal at second. Or rather, I think he was trying to get an early lead.
Would it end up going foul or something?
Yeah, it went foul,
right.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't get sued, and this is inaudible noise that doesn't sound like a Linkin Park song.
Because it's definitely not. It's definitely not a Linkin Park song that's playing over the loudspeaker
definitely not.
At the arena. It's definitely not that. So if Linkin Park asks, tell them, nah, never heard of it.
So the count right now is 2-1. Got a little bit of stare down going.
Did they?
Hits a
there's
little
a little bleeder, dribbler. Legged it out. Legged it fucking out, man. That is some goddamn hustle right there.
All right, so now we got 2 runners on base.
And
first and second.
The pitcher on Harvard-Westlake just fucking lackadaisically kind of went for the ball. And you know what, man? I feel like they don't want it. They don't want it. They don't really want it. They're just kind of moving around, lackadaisical.
If I were going to Harvard-Westlake and there's a lot of money on me, $50,000 for tuition.
Plus, oh, man.
My ass is getting beat when I get home.
Oh, dude, yeah. I would be getting beaten for sure. I'd be getting beaten right as soon as the game was over in the parking lot.
So here's Sam Burgess, TCU commit.
Left-handed hitter, all right. Good to see.
You gotta love it.
Gotta fucking love it.
First and second occupied. I feel like Duncan Marston is already sweating bullets. He's got 2 runners on base.
Oh, yeah.
It already feels...
You can see the mound getting wet underneath him from all the sweat that's dripping from his head.
Takes.
Oh, wow. Took a ball. Jesus, man.
Yeah, so I made a comment that the umpire was calling the lower end of the strike zone.
Yeah.
It was a little bit on the inconsistent side for my taste, but...
Hey, it happens. Here we go. Getting set. Delivery. Another
Takes
ball.
for a strike.
Oh, that was a strike. All right. So we're 1-1 now. Runners on first and second.
Yeah, so Harvard-Westlake was chirping from the dugout, and you just hear them cheering on their buddy.
I mean, it looks like they're all fucking up there on the fence line. So,
yeah,
that's cool.
Got the Pokemon theme song playing in the background.
Yeah. It's pretty legit. All right, here we go. He's set. Going up for the pitch. Ball. So 2-1. God damn.
So you feel like maybe he might push for taking a swing at the next pitch, right?
Well, you feel like either you're getting into this 2-1 or you're looking at 3-1 potentially. So as a pitcher, you just want to fucking throw it over the plate.
Yeah,
you
want to
get a goddamn strike.
Yeah.
Especially after you've beamed a dude. Oh, that's it. That's gone.
That just fucking looked gone. And granted, the way he pulled it to right field as with being left-handed.
Yeah.
It looks like an inverted green monster because the green monster's on left field, but that thing was a fucking giant monster wall. So he had a towering shot over right field, and by the looks of it, it looked like it was fucking gone the minute he made contact.
You can tell. Go back to the swing real quick.
Okay.
All right, right there. Yeah, right there. Because you can tell the second he hits it, it's gone. Like, you can just see...
What about it says that to you?
Show me the swing real quick.
Do you want me to, like, stop and go for...
Yeah, just right when he starts to swing, just pause it.
Okay.
All right, so you see right there, he loaded up.
Yeah.
Loaded up, but, like, he loaded up his hands and his body weight towards the rear just slightly, and fucking... still maintained that square stance, so it's not like, oh, you're getting out on your back foot or you're putting too much weight on it. It was essentially the perfect consistency. The bat's still, his hands are up. So all right, go hit play, and then that swing right there. Okay, so that swing and that man, he did exactly what you're supposed to do. You try to get on top of the ball and you kind of like hit it like an axe.
Yeah,
and once you stay on top of it and that ball, you're driving it through. Yeah. Like you could see the second it left the bat, it was fucking toast.
Yeah. And it doesn't look like he has much of he's not really loading up on his front foot all that much. So he kind of stays squared up.
Yeah. That's what gets you your power.
So like, if you see it, he just has like a little leg kick.
He just kind
of slides forward a bit. And that's as much as I saw. But he just fucking nailed that dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that looked like it was probably about, I want to say maybe a little higher than belt height. It looked like the pitch was.
Yeah.
And it looked like, I feel like it was probably, I mean, you can't obviously tell what kind of pitch it was from here.
Yeah.
But it looks like it was something slower than he's been. That was like an off-speed pitch.
Yeah, probably.
And or at least it looked like an off-speed pitch from the angle you had.
Yeah.
And that thing just fucking... He floated it, whatever it was, and he just nailed it.
Yeah, fucking piss missile.
And that's the thing, too. Anything on the inside of half of the plate for a left-handed hitter, you're fucking done, because that's going to just be gone. Like, you're just going to jack that shit because of the angle of the ball and everything. Like, it's all the perfect scenario, essentially, if you're a left-handed hitter, and this dude throws either a slider or he hangs a curveball on the inside half of the plate, because you can see where he made contact with it. It looks like he made contact with it out in front of his body, which indicates that it was a inside pitch or on the inner half of the plate. So
yeah,
pretty legit.
That was, to me, the nail in the coffin.
Oh yeah, it was done after that.
After that, it was Schiefelbein, 9 strikeouts across 7. We weren't really sure. I wasn't really sure if this dude was going to end up pitching in the 7th inning. I thought maybe they would go with relief because I think he only had somewhere around 80 pitches, possibly. If I'm not mistaken, I'd have to
man, over 7 innings. That's pretty fucking good, man. That's that's basically what 10, a little like 11 or 12 an inning. Like
yeah, so
it's not bad.
He got 9 strikeouts, pitched a 2-hitter game, and he just never let up. None of the batters knew what to do. Like yeah, they got a single every now and then, but Corona ended up putting on 2 additional runs off of a passed ball, and I don't know, man. It was just it was a really cool atmosphere to see Corona like loaded up on third base, and Westlake Forest I was thinking of Wake Forest, but Harvard-Westlake ended up shutting the fuck up after that, and you didn't hear a peep after that.
Because you just sucked the life out of them, and that's where you see that happen. And when you do that, you've defeated them. They're done. If you shut them up and it gets real quiet after that, there's no coming back from it. And especially, it makes me question whether Harvard-Westlake actually prepared for this left-handed fucking pitching that they should have known that they were going to face. I mean, you have to know that this is who they're going to play. They're going to play their number one guy. And on top of that, he's a left-handed pitcher. So you got to just, all batting practice until this game needs to be left-handed. And again, you have to fucking basically know, even in preparation for this, that you're probably going to end up facing Corona. And you have to say, okay, we need to start hitting left-handed pitching because, again, it's rare. So maybe they haven't really encountered that much this season in the teams that they were playing from their area. So it makes me question whether they actually prepared for this or not to go up again. And again, it's not to diminish the talent level of the pitcher or anything like that. But it just makes you wonder, man, you guys got 2 hits and you couldn't put together shit. You couldn't even score 1 run off of this kid. And granted, his ERA on the season was, what'd you say, like 0.25 or some shit like that? Yeah. So again, this kid's it's seemingly a phenom on the mound. So yeah, you're probably not going to fucking have a chance really anyways. But man, it just makes me wonder if they did everything they could with all that money. With all that money, they couldn't stop fucking
Ethan Schiefelbein.
Yeah.
Rosenbagger. So I know I kind of glossed over the game, but that's what ultimately ended up happening was that Ethan Schiefelbein was fucking dealing, dude. Had dudes whiffing.
Yeah.
And
is this kid a senior or is he
yeah, he's a senior.
So and you said he was going to where next year?
UCLA.
Oh, okay. So interesting. Interesting to see.
And he is a Corona resident. So it is rather cool to know that this kid, born and raised here, and went undefeated in the Big 8, rather the Corona baseball team going undefeated in the Big 8 league and just shredding through the CIF playoffs to get into the CIF Southern Section Finals and blow out Harvard-Westlake. It brings fucking joy to my heart. It is schadenfreude or schadenfreude or however you say that word, to see how salty Harvard-Westlake with their, fuck, we didn't win. Fuck yeah, dude. Public education came out on top. It wasn't the money. It was just a fucking team that wanted it more. And they came out on top, man. 5-0, a blowout, a fucking shutout game. You couldn't ask for a better outcome. A David versus Goliath story. And I was ecstatic, man. Not only as somebody that attended Corona High School, but to say F you to these fucking juggernauts. Fuck them. Fuck these motherfuckers. Fuck Harvard-Westlake.
Yeah, I can get behind that 100%.
What do you have to say about that?
I have to say it's great to see a team like that, a team that's basically given, I don't want to say an unlimited amount of money, but I mean, far more money to work with than what a public education sports program is given, I'm sure. And it kind of just speaks to the fact that it doesn't matter if you have the most expensive uniforms or the most expensive gear, if you have the newest and greatest and latest bats or the newest and greatest and latest, gloves, if you have all this bullshit going on, none of it really matters at the end of the day. What matters at the end of the day is if you want to win bad enough. If you want to win more, it doesn't matter. That's one thing I've always said about not just baseball, but anything in general. If you want it more than the other person you're facing, you're going to win. There's no doubt about it. No doubt in my mind that if you want it more than they do, you're going to win every single time. And it was clearly evident that those rich kids from Harvard-Westlake didn't really want it that bad.
Yeah. And to further add to the disdain that I had for their activities or the things that they were doing on field, so they all fucking high five each other about literally anything. And I know they're trying to gas each other up to just keep morale up, but fuck that, dude. And I'm glad Corona just kind of stayed silent. And when they because that home run from Sam Burgess, the 3-run bomb, that silenced the fuck out of them, dude. That was epic. And you didn't hear all that stupid shit. Maybe you heard murmurs, but it wasn't fucking a ruckus or a cacophony of, them saying whatever the fuck they were saying and cheering. So I loved every minute of it, man. This was one of the really sweet moments of being here locally, in that you don't fuck with the Inland Empire, dude. You don't fuck with the Inland Empire. We got fucking great music here, and apparently we have good sports teams. So shout outs to Corona Baseball. What do you?
Yeah, I agree. It's funny to see how everybody says all this shit, like with All Gas No Trash, right? Oh, the music, you gotta be in LA, right? Oh, sports, oh, you gotta be in LA to fucking see all the... Nah, man. The IE's popping. We got all kinds of shit here that people don't fucking know about and don't want to recognize because it ain't in LA, and they think that's where you gotta be. But you don't gotta be there for any of this stuff. We got it right here. And it's cool to see that, yeah, now, listen, maybe I wish the program would have been run this way, 20-something years ago when I was there.
Yeah.
But, that was 20 fucking years ago. I can't fucking, I'm glad, happy for them. Good for them, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So it's good to see. I don't think I've been back to Corona High since I graduated. I think I went back one time when we broke in, when me and Katie got married. Well, it was for our like wedding picture, so we broke in on a day that they were closed, and we took our engagement photos there, because that's one set of them, because that's where we technically met. So that's the only time I've been back. That's it. I haven't been back again.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird.
It is. I'll tell you what, man. It is rather weird to walk through those halls again, because I have no memory of that place. It was very much like Gandalf fighting Balrog, or
yeah.
I have no memory of this place, dude.
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of how I felt when I was there. Fuck, whatever. Shit, when did we get married? 2017? Fuck, man, that was a long time ago. Goddamn. But I haven't been back there since then. And man, I remember walking around going, God damn, like I don't remember any of this shit. And Katie's like, oh yeah, no, this is the same. This is exactly the same as when we were here. And I'm like, fuck, I don't recall any of this. Like, I don't know if I just like zoned out through all 4 years of high school.
I don't know
or what, but
I have no idea what the fuck happened, because I really don't remember anything. And I have a pretty good memory, but I maybe had a psychological trauma and I blocked out.
You blocked out the whole 4 years?
Yeah, and walking through that place, I'm like, I don't recognize fucking anything, dude. And if anything, that whole area felt small for some reason.
Yeah, I've noticed that, like, I've gone back and visited my childhood home where I grew up or whatever, and like, obviously my grandparents' house stuff. And man, I feel like that shit is way smaller than I remember it being. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that's because, like, as we get older, maybe the grandiose scale of things kind of diminishes because we've seen and been to places that are much larger in scale than these things. I don't know if it's like a weird, like, comparative effect or some kind of shit like that. But yeah, I definitely could agree to that. It definitely feels like smaller, I guess. Mm-hmm. So, which is, that's fucking weird, man. So I don't know, but yeah, fuck those rich assholes. And I'm all in favor of, the underdog in terms of money getting the win. And maybe, I don't know if Corona was considered the underdog in terms of talent. Probably not. It's clear that wasn't the case, that they probably, the Vegas was probably, shit, I don't know. Can you gamble on high school sports? I'm sure you can somewhere. But I'm sure Corona was not the underdog in the odds on this issue.
Yeah. And I mean, Corona is ranked nationally number 2 throughout the entire United States, but amongst California, it was a bit of a shuffle between Orange Lutheran, who lost to Harvard-Westlake for the top 3 spots. It was a shuffle between Corona, Harvard-Westlake, and Orange Lutheran. So you really got the best of the best for this scenario to play out in the CIF finals, and I'm glad it unfolded that way, because you don't want to see a team just get hot that's, whatever, like a 500 team that just happened to get lucky and they just started getting hot. You want to see the best of the best play. And I don't think you could have asked for a better outcome as far as the matchup goes.
Yeah.
And as far as the future goes, I got to say, man, I think I might end up attending more Corona High baseball games because now I'm fucking invested.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to end up capturing more videos of all the players and sharing more about Corona baseball. I know there's somebody already that's doing that, but what's one more?
Yeah. Who cares? I mean, and seems like you seem to get better angles than some of these other people. So I feel like you probably would be doing. We're doing a public service here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that sounds pretty sweet to go and cover that. Now I'll be honest, man. I don't know if it's because I don't want to relive those times in my life, potentially. But man, I feel like I don't want to go back there. I don't ever want to. I don't know, man. I might have to go. Maybe if they go next year and they get to the Storm, maybe I'll go with you there because it ain't fucking going back there. But I fucking have no desire to go back to that fucking place for any reason whatsoever.
I didn't either. But once I found out that the program was doing pretty all right,
yeah,
I was like, fuck that. I'm gonna go to support because that's our old school and shit. So I don't want people getting the idea that LA and OC are the place to be for
that's true.
Literally anything. So I don't want to turn my back.
No, yeah, I get that too, but I think maybe it's because, like I said, because I played there, so maybe there's a bit of like, and plus I regard my high school years as probably the worst years of my fucking life. So
I would say so for myself as well. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I really didn't like high school. I fucking hated it. I actually like college more than anything because you don't have assholes everywhere.
That's true. I hated that too. Fuck education, I guess is what I'm saying. Listen, everyone just out there, just know Josh's stance on education in general. Fuck that. All right. Fuck education. You got Wikipedia and the interweb. You can figure out whatever the hell you want to know.
Hey, all right. I think that's a fair assessment because I think you can get a hell of a long ways with just Googling things and figuring things out on your own.
Yeah.
I mean, you may not have an academic cornucopia of subjects that you know about.
Yeah.
But you might be really good at one thing and that thing might get you fucking paid.
Yeah, that's true. That is very fucking true. So anyways, but nonetheless, regardless of my own personal feelings about issues that I have from the past, congratulations to the Corona High varsity baseball team for bringing home a title. Because God knows it hasn't happened in 24 fucking years. Or more, maybe 24, 20.
Yeah, 24
Jesus.
years, roughly, yeah.
Well, no, it was 1998, and this is 2024, so 25, 26 years, right? Do I do math? Maybe you guys should stay in school.
I think you are. Yeah.
maybe you guys should stay in school.
Maybe I should go back to high school to learn mathematics again.
You're right. Maybe I should go with you and maybe attend the class, because I might be fucking stupid as hell. I don't know.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm going to be honest, man. Talking about the moment.
Yeah.
Sam Burgess, the 3-run bomb. I think I'm going to jerk myself off a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
But I think I got a pretty good fucking angle. And I'm going to, as you are listening to this podcast, you know what? Let's just turn this into an open confession about what we're going to do. Because
sure. All right.
Let's just make it on air, or rather on the recording.
Well, I mean, we talk about how we're very transparent here. You know, we're not trying to hide nothing or fucking pull the wool over anybody's eyes. We'll tell you exactly what the fuck we're going to do.
Yeah.
So anyways, go ahead.
So this is something that you and I discussed at the end of the night once Corona had won. And I think I've already made the reels. I already made the covers. I just need to tag the players, Corona High Baseball. I'm possibly going to tag ESPN and maybe a few other accounts. But the reality is, I want to interview you guys. Like, I want to interview Corona baseball players because we want to cover local stories. And maybe that's not going to be the case every time. But now that you're in our orbit, or now that you've gotten our attention, and I know that sounds very asshole-ish, but I really didn't think Corona had a good baseball program until, a couple months ago. And I want to know the story, man. I want to know the stories of all the players and what's going to happen for the future of them. And I think it's just going to make for good interview podcasts if we end up having some of these guys for Without Censor.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I think that would be cool. This is potentially the future of baseball right here. Or some of these guys on this team will likely go play professional baseball. Hell, maybe they'll even have storied careers and end up in the Hall of Fame. Who the fuck knows? But it would be interesting to talk to them now. Obviously, they need to be like 18 or whatever because you got to sign a release. All right. Look, I'm just being honest. Just get used to it, motherfucker. Because if you want to do sports, you're going to have to fucking sign shit. All right. So you got to sign a release. All right. That's how it works. So you need to be 18 if you want to come on. But yeah, I'd be down to talk to them. And I honestly, the number one question I would have is, do they still have to change in the broken down train car that used to be in the back of the fucking parking lot at the baseball field with literally a hole in the bottom of the fucking train car? It was an old train car. I don't know where the fuck they got it. How'd they even get it there? Who knows? It's been there for like 100 years. They just painted it red and they were like, cool, you guys can change in here. And there was a hole in the bottom of the floor in the back end of the thing, and the raccoons would fucking come in and just eat your shit all the time. And then the worst part was, if you fucked up the day before or you did something bad, like, you'd have to go change in the hole. Like, they'd make you have to go change in the hole. All right. And then shit, man, we didn't even have lockers when I first got on that team. There were no lockers. You just threw your shit on the floor. Everybody had a space on the floor, and that was it. And then eventually we got these shitty like Home Depot fucking, like those cabinets made out of particle board. It was like those, but they made of lockers because they didn't put the doors on the front of them. So it fucking great. All right. I just want to know if your shit's a little better than that from 20 fucking years ago. And then also maybe you can appreciate how good you have it now.
Yeah, there's grass on the field.
Shit, man. Hey, I'll say this though. That was the one thing that program at the time that I was there, that the coaches were meticulous about, was the fucking lawn. The goddamn field lawn was like their pride and joy. We were hot garbage as a team, but man, we had a really nice looking fucking field. Everything about it was perfect, perfectly level. The grass was always just so fucking pristine. You could literally use it as a putting green. That's how excellently taken care of this grass was. And I'll give them that. They did do that. They did take care of the lawn. So, but other than that, it was dog shit and the place sucked ass, but whatever.
I think what's going to end up happening, regardless of what because there is a bit of more games to be played for Corona. I think they now compete with other teams that are left over from some of the playoff scenarios. So potentially Corona could be playing for a state championship, which would be monumental, dude. That would be a very cool scenario to see played out. And I don't remember the dates, but I'll have to look those up. But I will definitely be attending if I end up having the chance to go see them play for the state championship. And hopefully it'll be at Angel or Dodger Stadium to really create the gravity of the situation, the scale, to capture the scale of the situation. But man, what a fucking great Saturday, man. Just local baseball, getting down on some fucking rich kids, man.
Oh yeah. Fucking that's how you beat the man. All right. You guys just fucking think about that for a second. You just beat the man. You just beat the people who are going to likely be oppressing you in the future. All right. so just take this win and carry it on into your adult lives. And remember that, those assholes ain't shit. All right. They're just all talk and no show. Just remember that.
It's very much like a Superman Batman situation when they fought.
Oh yeah.
In The Dark Knight Returns, when he's like, I just want you to remember that we were the team that beat you. You sons of bitch.
You son of a bitch.
All right, what are we at in terms of time?
We're at like 59 minutes, so we're good. 59 minutes and some seconds. So.
All right. So.
Oh, also, just real quick, if you're a member of the coaching staff listening to this as well, of Corona High, we'd love to talk to your asses too.
Yeah.
So, check out the Without Censor podcast, and you can hear this interviews we've done already in the past with, pretty influential people within the music and entertainment industry.
Yeah. Potential prospect, aptly related words. We're in the process of working out an interview with Yuri Karasawa from Japan. who's covering Nippon Professional Baseball, which is Japanese baseball, and we're looking to cover what's going to end up happening with some of the players in Japan, more than notable players. One being a pitcher named Roki Sasaki, but there's actually a player that Yuri Karasawa is very fond of. That he's the person that I heard about this player first, and now other baseball teams or other baseball related publications are starting to cover this player. So if you want to find out who this player is, stay tuned for the next episode of Chirping from the Pine. And I think we're also going to harass Jamie Lehman.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're definitely going to harass that guy for sure.
If we get an email, we're fucking harassing him.
Oh yeah.
And we're going to try to get him on a...
Oh, don't worry. We got the Game Rage fucking Special Operations Division up and running, and our CIA level intelligence gathering agents are gonna fucking find out this guy's home address and his email address and his phone number, and we're gonna blow him up until he comes on the podcast. All right?
Yeah, and if he doesn't, then fuck the Astros. So
that's true. Also, fuck the that'll be good. So you'll know either way. If he doesn't come on and we all of a sudden start talking shit about the Astros as an organization, you'll know. Oh, that guy told him to fuck off. Like, you know.
Yeah. So my first question to him would be, who the fuck were you scouting? That's my first question.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
that's I posed that question here earlier, and I think that's fucking for sure the first thing to ask. What the fuck were you doing there, buddy? Was there a purpose? Oh man, that's gonna be so good.
Yeah. So this is the impending end of the Chirping from the Pine episode about Corona High baseball and how we fucking duked it out and stomped on some fucking rich ass kids. I know I keep saying that, but yeah, we just had to do it, man.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the ending song.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
And I just want to say to Duncan Marston, man, I wish you didn't give up that 3-run homer, but you fucking did.
You must have thought it was White Boy Day.
Yeah, you must have thought it was White Boy Day.
Oh man, apparently it wasn't White Boy Day for him on Saturday.
Yeah, so stay tuned in for the next episode, and we'll be talking more sports. And yeah, I don't know what else to add. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, that's it. So here at the end of the episode, like I said at the beginning, if you want to listen to all our other multitudes of podcasts, you know what? I think that's the way to do it. Is we just say the basic shit at the beginning, and at the end we name off all of them.
Okay.
So I mean, I won't do it again since I already did it, but check out all our shit. GameRageMagazine.com, at Game Rage Magazine on Instagram and TikTok, at Game Rage Mag on Twitter because they're assholes and don't let you put enough fucking letters in your name. Adam is at All Gas No Trash Official if you want to see breaking and local and worldwide and all the fucking news about music that you probably never even heard of, and new shit to listen to. Check them out. Also, the spicy memes are there as well.
Schiefelbein, Rosenbagger.
Hey, man, that kid needs a nickname.
Yeah.
You know?
I was, in my head, he should have been called the chef because he was cooking.
Oh, man, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
That is great. All right. Well, if we can get him on, we're going to
call him the chef.
We're going to propose that to him. Yes, chef. Yes, chef. No, chef. No, chef. That's not right, chef. Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
We got to keep, I'm going to keep a little... After the high school scenario, I'm going to be keeping track of some of the players that are going to end up being commits for different colleges. Yeah. TCU for Sam Burgess. I think Josh Springer is going to be going to Oregon, the Ducks, and of course, Schiefelbein is going to be playing at UCLA, and Seth Hernandez is going to be playing Vanderbilt. So now I have an investment within the fucking team, man. Like,
yeah, true.
It's very, very, very fucking cool.
Very cool. So anyways, yeah, check all this shit out. And thanks for listening. We will catch you on the next episode. That was Chirping from the Pine, the Game Rage Sports Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine. Follow us on X at Game Rage Mag. You can go to our website, www.GameRageMagazine.com.